Good morning. My name's Ryan Littlestone at Forex Flow. Today we're going to talk about euro dollar and dollar yuan. We'll start with euro dollar, and we were speaking about this last week and how the price was testing this 14 handle, 1.14 handle, and how if we saw a break, we'd want to see that break go above 14.20 to confirm the break entirely. As we can see, that's the area I've highlighted on the chart with the blue circle, where we were bouncing around. We tested it a few times, came back down, went back up. Then we got a break up to the 45 area in the first instance. Then we saw that confirmation of the break as the price came back down to 14.20. Then we moved back up to the 14.50 area. Then we had a little bit of up and down action into the Fed and the FOMC last week, which is natural as you're going to get. The price doesn't want to stray too far with a big risk event. Over the FOMC, obviously they were more neutral and even, I wouldn't say dovish, but they were highlighting the risks more than they did last time. So we got the dollar sell-off and we ran all the way up to the 115 area that we've been looking at for a long while. As we said, euro dollar's in this sort of 112, 115 box. So the test up there, we had the break. It couldn't get further than the old 50 fib of a wider move there up at 15.16. So what we had was another failure up at this level. And as it came back down, we came back down through 115. The key was, did it hold below that level? As you can see on the chart, it held below that level after coming back down. That was my clue to jump into a short. So I went in at 14.98 on a short and rode that all the way down towards the lows, chopping slices of the trade off for various profit levels on the way down, moving my stop down, protecting the trade all the way. And so again, that 112, 115 box has worked out trading wise. Another short up there has worked pretty well. What we're seeing now is potentially a move down towards the 114 level once more. What we do is we look at these old lines, this 14.20 line that had a say in the price move on the way up and it offered support at various levels, got a bit blurred, but it is a level that we need to look at again. That's where I'm going to be expecting protection to come in ahead of the 114 level. If we get under there, we're going to test the 114 level. If we get under there, what we need to look at is confirmation again, just like at 115. If we hold below 114 and 114 becomes resistance, then we're going to get a push down to the 113 level. So as we spoke about last week, keeping it simple, you don't need wide stops on trades like this. You wait for the price action to confirm it. You can get in with your shorts against these levels, a tight stop above the high there, and ride it down. And conversely, we wait to see what happens down towards 114 for a trade in the opposite way. So keep it simple, keep your stops nice and tight, and run the trades as far as you can. So the next pair we're going to look at is dollar yuan. This was a trade that I was in, and the guys in my room were in quite a time back. As we got up to that 7 level, we heard there was official interest up at 7 to protect that level from the PBOC, option barriers and the like. So if you're going to go with a central bank at all, the PBOC is the biggest in the world. So, if you've got them behind you, that's something to pay attention to. So at the top side up at the 7 level, we were shorting into there and we rode it all the way down to the low 680s. Last week, I was looking at the other end. We heard sort of more semi-official talk that the same official names are on the bid around about the 670 area. They're looking to protect the 670 area. So I started scanning in longs down there from 673 all the way down to 670 and a half last week. Into Friday, we got a bounce in that up to 675 and I took some profit off there. I've taken some more profit off today at 678. We've been to the Chinese New Year, obviously, so that's potentially going to lower liquidity in the pair. But for the trade itself, it's still good into this 670 area while we've got these trade talks. The trade talks were ongoing. They were okay last week, but nothing really too decisive. So that's why we've seen the bounce. So I'm still looking at this trade into the 670 area, add back into longs, profit on any moves higher, and we see how we go and this official interest down below. Once again, stops pretty tight, keeping it simple, 2 big levels there and trade in between them. So that's another trade to keep our eyes on, and I wish you all the luck this week.